It's my pleasure now to introduce our next speaker. Lindsay Nebaker is an amazing colleague, as well as a phenomenal graphic designer, and I can't wait for you to get a chance to hear from her. As a reminder, we are sharing bios on our website and in the chat, and so I'm not going to give you all of her amazing work that she's done, but I do want to set you up for what I think is an incredibly special presentation that you're about to hear. Lindsay is going to explore how the principles of a Japanese garden and that framework can inspire approaches to enhancing the daily lives of autistic individuals. She will highlight tools, technologies, and techniques that cultivate personalized supports, fostering resilience, growth, and a vibrant quality of life for those on the autism spectrum. I do want to note that Lindsay is part of a couple of our hub teams, so our expert hub teams as an autistic individual, as well as a sibling. And her expertise has taught me so much over the last few years that we've got a chance to work together. And so I'm super excited that you're here with us, Lindsay, and I'm going to turn it over to you to share your extraordinary work with everyone. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here, and I can't wait to take you along on our unique tour of navigating everyday supports. So before we begin, I want to share a little personal connection to this theme and why I chose it. I was born in Japan and spent a significant part of my childhood there. I've always been drawn to the way Japanese culture blends nature, philosophy, and design, how it finds harmony between technology, innovation, and centuries-old traditions, between urban landscapes and quiet, reflective spaces. Some of my earliest memories are tied to this balance. One of my childhood homes has a small koi pond in the backyard where I would watch the fish glide just beneath the surface. Another one of my homes had a very small bamboo grove with smooth pebbles strewn across the ground. Even now, those vivid details stay with me. And in many ways, they also encapsulate the theme we will delve into today: thoughtful, intentional design and the positioning of elements. We are going to take a brief excursion through the world of a Japanese garden. Now, you might be wondering, what do Japanese gardens have to do with autism support? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore. It's actually a perfect metaphor for how we can support autistic individuals. Think about it. In a Japanese garden, every rock, every plant, every water feature is there for a reason. It's the same with best practices. Everything we do should have a purpose. This topic is deeply personal to me because my brother and I, who both have an autism diagnosis, have experienced firsthand how different support needs can be, even with the same family. While we both navigate life on the spectrum, the kinds of supports that work best for each of us are quite different. Each garden, like each individual, tells its own story. As we proceed, we'll uncover how these garden elements translate into practical strategies for cultivating vibrant and fulfilling lives. So join me as we dive in and see what insights we can gather. Let's begin by wandering the garden paths and how they relate to everyday supports. Main pathways in a garden are like the essentials in life. They provide direction and a strong foundation for overall well-being. Just like a garden needs well-placed stepping stones to guide visitors, many autistic individuals benefit from primary supports to navigate life successfully. Identifying needs is only the first step. Ensuring access to real solutions is what creates meaningful change. Housing assistance programs, neurodiversity affirming healthcare directories, and transition planning workbooks can all be crucial tools in this process. Autistic individuals, alongside their allies, including family members, educators, and community advocates, can navigate pathways to stable housing, healthcare, and career opportunities by leveraging specialized resources and local initiatives. Without a safe, stable place to live, everything else becomes more challenging. By collaborating with autism inclusive housing initiatives and exploring financial planning, we help lay the foundation for long-term stability. Small adjustments in healthcare, like a health passport to document sensory needs and preferred communication methods, can make medical visits smoother and more accessible. When it comes to education and career growth, we need to think outside the box. Micro-credentials and skill badges offer a creative and engaging way to allow autistic individuals to showcase their abilities, opening doors to enriching work opportunities. Transition plans focused on an individual's interests and skills help ensure a smoother shift from school to the workplace. Financial planning is another crucial aspect of long-term stability. For most families and individuals, including my own family, private pay simply isn't feasible. So it's essential to start planning early. While Medicaid waivers and SSDI provide crucial support for many individuals with disabilities, their future availability remains uncertain, especially at this time. So exploring alternative funding options such as ABLE accounts, special needs trusts, and state-based grant programs can help create a little more sustainable financial future. While main pathways provide predictability, not all paths in a Japanese garden are straightforward. Some are winding, allowing for exploration and flexibility. These winding pathways represent adaptable supports, things that help individuals navigate life's roadblocks in a way that suits their unique needs. Community activities, IEPs, and supported decision-making are examples of these flexible supports, but flexibility requires personalization, person-centered planning, tools such as one-page profiles, MAPS, which is an acronym for Making Action Plans, and PATH help individuals take an active role in shaping their futures. These structured yet adaptable supports ensure that each person's unique strengths, preferences, and aspirations guide their journey. Strength-based IEPs allow students to take an active role in shaping their education, while supported decision-making empowers autistic individuals to engage with the world in ways that align with their preferences. Family members, educators, and mentors play a key role in ensuring these supports are accessible and tailored to the individual's needs. They help implement PCP tools, facilitate goal setting, and provide guidance without imposing rigid structures, allowing individuals to move forward at their own pace while still feeling supported. Not all paths need to be rigid. Some are meant to curve, offering the opportunities for discovery. By creating flexible supports that cater to personalized needs, we enable individuals to take ownership of their journeys in ways that align with their strengths. By blending the stability of the main pathways with the adaptability of winding pathways, we create a balanced and enriching experience, much like a beautifully designed Japanese garden. As twilight descends, stone lanterns, known as Ichidoro, light up, casting a gentle glow in the path ahead. Originally used in temples and tea gardens, these decorative lanterns were placed with intention to guide visitors safely through darkened walkways. In the same way, support systems serve as guiding lights for autistic individuals and allies. In communication, tools like AAC devices, speech therapy, visuals, sign language, and writing act as our modern day lanterns. They illuminate the path to purposeful interactions, self-expression, and independence, just as stone lanterns guide visitors through a moonlit garden with clarity and confidence. Communication takes many forms: spoken words, typing, writing, gestures, body language, and behavior. My brother is non-speaking and he does not use a communication device. So behavior and sounds is the primary way he communicates with us. Recognizing and appreciating these diverse communication styles is essential. Our role is to help uncover and identify the most effective communication tools for each individual. Whatever methods of communication are implemented, they need to be properly introduced and supported. We can encourage multimodal communication by integrating AAC, gestures, and visuals into daily interactions. For example, pairing AAC with gestures, written words, or visuals enhances communication fluency and ensures individuals have multiple ways to express themselves. Practicing scripted responses for common situations can also help reduce anxiety and improve engagement. For communication, it's not just about introducing methods, it's also ensuring they are accessible and practical in everyday life. Like lanterns lighting a path, daily living skills also illuminate the way towards greater independence. Whether it's navigating transportation, managing schedules, or completing household tasks, these skills provide the setup needed for self-sufficiency. We can think of tools like productivity apps and life skills coaching as lanterns that brighten this path, offering structured support in everyday routines. For individuals with higher support needs, visual sequencing for multi-step tasks, like picture-based checklists for morning and evening routines, can be incredibly effective. Habit stacking is another useful strategy, where new skills are linked to existing habits. For executive functioning support, scheduled reminders on calendar apps help track appointments, meetings, and meal times. Daily living support serve as lanterns that guide the way. When these skills and tools are integrated into daily routines, they help foster greater independence. Just like a well-placed lantern in a Japanese garden, these supports provide guidance while allowing individuals to move forward one step at a time. Let's then dive into Zen sand gardens and how they connect to our emotional and mental health. In a Zen garden, rocks symbolize stability and strength. Much like emotional and mental well-being provide the foundation for handling life's challenges. Just as rocks anchor the landscape, emotional regulation helps individuals stay grounded when faced with stress or uncertainty. Not everyone benefits from the same strategies, so it's important to offer tailored approaches. Some individuals may find comfort in tactile grounding, holding a smooth stone, stimming with a favorite fidget toy, or engaging with textured objects, while others may prefer guided imagery, visualizing a familiar and calming scene. For many people, access to affordable psychotherapy and sensory-aware counseling spaces can serve as valuable rocks in an individual's emotional landscape when paired with the right provider. A sensory-aware counseling space might include adjustable lighting options, noise-canceling headphones available for use, fidget toys within reach, and alternative seating like therapy balls or floor cushions, creating an opportunity that accommodates sensory needs rather than adding to the overwhelm. Low stimulation environments, such as designated quiet spaces in schools, workplaces, and then in the home, also provide essential retreats for those needing to rest. These rocks create a foundation of security, helping individuals feel anchored even in difficult moments. We need to ensure these supports stay firmly in place by offering strategies for stress management and emotional well-being. Now let's talk about raking the sands. This act in Japanese culture represents mindfulness and meditation, which help smooth our mental landscape. Just like raking creates intricate, calming patterns in the garden, mindfulness practices bring clarity and focus, helping individuals manage stress effectively. Think of guided meditation, breathing exercises, relaxation strategies, and sensory breaks as the patterns you create with the rake. They bring order and calm to the mind, much like how raking the sand brings harmony to the garden. Mindfulness isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. While some may benefit from traditional breathing exercises, others may find relaxation through repetitive moments, listening to soundscapes, white noise machines, or using weighted blankets. Creating accessible mindfulness spaces, dim lighting, soft textures, minimal distractions can make these practices more inclusive. For some, guided meditation apps like Calm or Headspace can also be helpful. By offering a range of mindfulness techniques, we ensure that individuals can engage in practices that work best for them. Just as raking sand patterns bring a sense of peace to a Zen garden, integrating mindfulness into daily routines foster stability and focus. How about we check out a serene koi pond? The still water mirrors the world around it, while colorful koi fish glide gracefully beneath the surface. This peaceful scene offers a beautiful metaphor for supporting individuals on the autism spectrum. Like a koi pond reflecting its surroundings, self-reflection and feedback reveal areas for growth. Tools like color-coded journaling, guided reflection prompts, and progress tracking help individuals recognize strengths and refine their goals at any stage of life, whether in careers, personal development, or relationships. Taking time to pause and assess progress establishes a deeper self-awareness. There are many ways to engage in self-reflection beyond traditional journaling. Video self-modeling, where we can watch ourselves successfully complete a task or a performance, can reinforce confidence and highlight personal growth. Guided discussions with trusted mentors or peers can provide valuable insights and encouragement. Progress tracking apps, mood mapping tools, or visual goal setting tools can help individuals recognize patterns and celebrate milestones over time. Creating dedicated reflection spaces, whether physical quiet corners or scheduled time on a calendar, provides autistic individuals with structured opportunities to process experiences and reflect personal growth patterns. These intentional pauses offer clarity that might otherwise be missed in the constant motion of daily life. The pond also reminds us to celebrate achievements. Recognizing milestones boosts motivation, much like how the vibrant koi fish add life and color to the pond. Celebrating achievements isn't just about motivation. It reinforces progress and our self-esteem. For adults, this could mean acknowledging career advancement, personal breakthroughs, or everyday successes like advocating for oneself or mastering a new skill. Strength-based progress reviews help shift that focus from simply reaching goals to appreciating how far someone has come. Creating a physical or digital achievement board provides an opportunity to highlight small wins. Showing appreciation through meaningful rewards, whether it's a special activity, dedicated time with a favorite interest, or a tangible token of recognition, can reinforce positive experiences and provide concrete acknowledgement of invested effort. Progress, any progress, is worth celebrating. It's important to remember that there's no single definition of success. Society often presents narrow benchmarks that can leave many feeling pressured or discouraged. For autistic individuals, redefining success in personal terms based on individual starting points, challenges, and aspirations creates a more meaningful and attainable path forward, whether it's through personal reflection, celebration rituals, or positive reinforcement from our allies. Acknowledging any step, no matter how great or small, keeps our support systems dynamic and engaging. Recognizing progress reinforces our personal strengths and builds momentum for ongoing potential. Koi fish require specialized care, just as continuous learning is essential for continuous personal development. Skill building workshops, ongoing education, and adaptive learning models represent the fresh water and nutrients needed to keep the pond thriving. For autistic adults, continuous improvement might mean expanding workplace skills or finding new ways to navigate relationships. Online courses tailored for different learning styles can be especially beneficial, allowing individuals to strengthen skills at their own pace. Like koi thriving in a well-tended pond, personal thriving flourishes with continuous learning. Whether developing new skills, navigating career shifts, or embracing personal insights, lifelong learning keeps individuals evolving. A mindset of curiosity and openness creates an environment where a person naturally flourishes. Ultimately, we're cultivating a living ecosystem of support. As caretakers of this pond, our role is to facilitate reflection, encourage growth, and regularly update our supports to ensure they remain effective and nurturing, creating an environment where individuals can flourish as naturally as koi in crystal clear water. Imagine being surrounded by a bamboo grove, gently swaying in the breeze. Bamboo, with its ability to bend without breaking, perfectly symbolizes resilience and growth for individuals on the autism spectrum. For me, bamboo evokes a sense of childhood nostalgia. In Japan, it graces everything from tiny gardens to vast forests. Remarkably, bamboo can grow up to 3 feet in a single day during the spring. This rapid growth, combined with its strength and flexibility, makes it a powerful metaphor. Resilience doesn't happen by accident. It's something we can actively cultivate. Just as bamboo grows strong by bending rather than breaking, resilience is about adapting to change while maintaining inner stability. We foster this resilience by helping individuals develop coping strategies, engaging in problem-solving exercises, and building supportive relationships. One way to strengthen adaptability is through what-if planning, which helps individuals mentally prepare for unexpected changes. For example, asking, what if my routine changes? What are my backup options? Encourages problem solving in advance and reduces anxiety about uncertainty. Another powerful approach is reframing setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. Through motivational interviewing, individuals can analyze what they have learned from challenges, shift perspectives, and build confidence in their ability to overcome obstacles. By continuously practicing these skills, individuals can build the resilience they need to navigate life's forces, just like bamboo, which bends in the wind but never breaks. The ability to bounce back from difficulties creates the foundation for lifelong learning and self-improvement. Resilience lays the foundation for personal growth. When individuals feel more capable of managing change, they can begin to stretch towards new goals, just as bamboo reaches towards the sky over time. Personal growth is not just about setting and achieving goals, it's also about self-discovery, encouraging individuals to explore their strengths, interests, and identity, empower them to set goals that align with their values and aspirations, whether through creative expression, community engagement, or self-reflection. Fostering personal agency helps individuals take ownership of their growth. Goal setting is an essential part of this process. Goal tracking apps and structured exercises can provide concrete ways for individuals to monitor progress and celebrate achievements. Leadership and disability advocacy programs can also help individuals develop the skill sets needed to become activists for positive change in their own communities. By cultivating a supportive environment similar to a thriving bamboo grove, we ensure that each person stands tall, resilient, and flexible, ready to bend with whatever challenges come their way. The key is to provide the right resources and encouragement, helping individuals continue growing and reaching new heights in their personal and professional journeys. Let your mind wander to the different forms of flowing water: a majestic cascading waterfall, the still surface of a reflecting basin, or a winding stream carving its path through the landscape. These water features bring movement, energy, and a sense of tranquility to a Japanese garden. Now, let's think about how we can bring this same sense of flow into the lives of autistic individuals. In our modern world, technology acts like the water features in a garden. It has the potential to make daily tasks smoother, much like water flowing over stones, creating a peaceful scene. Technology is an incredibly powerful tool when used well, helping individuals integrate assistive technologies into daily life, whether that be smart home devices, VR-based social training programs, or AI-powered tools for communication and organization. Take virtual reality, for example. It's not just for gaming. It's a powerful tool for practicing interpersonal skills and building confidence in a safe space. Smart home devices can turn a living space into a responsive, adaptable environment, reflecting the fluidity of our needs. And digital planners can organize chaos, just like a stone water basin can prevent the excess water from flooding. Telehealth and text-based communication offer low-pressure ways for autistic individuals to access healthcare and support. Many autistic people find live calls, phone calls, stressful. So being able to text a provider or use an app-based therapy platform can make seeking help much more accessible. Telehealth appointments allow individuals to receive medical or mental health care from the comfort of their own space, reducing the anxiety associated with in-person visits. Artificial intelligence has also seen major advancements in recent years. When used appropriately, with attention to privacy, personal preferences, and avoiding over-reliance, it can be an incredible resource. AI-powered tools can support communication, help organize our thoughts, structure daily life, and enhance learning experiences. Wearable technology, such as smartwatches that detect stress and suggest coping actions, can also play a role in supporting well-being by providing real-time feedback and personalized strategies. However, just as a garden needs more than water features to thrive, Technology should complement, not replace, other forms of support. The most effective approaches often combine technological tools with human connection, hands-on strategies, and environmental modifications. Additionally, we must recognize barriers beyond cost and internet access. Some individuals face learning curves that can lead to technology overwhelm or abandonment of useful tools. This is why training for both users and support networks is important. We introduce these technologies and support their use, much like gardeners carefully placing water features to enhance the landscape. Our goal is to integrate technology seamlessly, allowing it to flow naturally, like water over moss-covered stones, creating a setting that fosters independence and accessibility. When thoughtfully applied, these innovations energize daily life, much like water invigorates a garden. The key is balance, ensuring technology enhances routines without overwhelming them, allowing tasks to flow effortlessly and life to unfold with ease. By harnessing the right tools, we create dynamic, supportive environments where individuals can thrive, just as water brings movement and vitality to a green garden. If you are viewing this presentation, you'll notice this background photo has a structure on the right side. This photo shows Kinkakuji, or known as the Golden Pavilion. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site set within a Japanese strolling garden located in Kyoto, Japan. Believed to have been originally built in 1399, it has been destroyed and rebuilt a few times, with its current structure rebuilt in 1955. I've had the opportunity years ago to visit this garden in person. And what struck me the most, beyond its history, is how seamlessly it blends into its surroundings. Its top 2 floors of this temple are coated in real gold leaf, so shimmering intensely against the trees and reflecting in the still waters of this pond around it. And it really makes the entire scene feel like a painting come to life. When designing a Japanese garden, planners carefully consider the features around it: distant mountains, lush trees, or even a historic temple. They borrow these external elements. This practice, known as shakei, or borrowed scenery in English, creates a sense of harmony and expands the garden's beauty beyond its immediate space. Similarly, we can extend our support networks by drawing from external resources, integrating community spaces, advocacy efforts, and shared opportunities into daily life. Let's bring this idea into our own environments. Just as a garden is enhanced by incorporating elements from its surroundings, we can strengthen our existing networks by weaving in external resources that enhance accessibility, inclusion, and connection. Think about the possibilities. Community centers, sensory-friendly public spaces, and cultural activities can all be potential additions to your borrowed scenery. Our environments shape our experiences, and we have an opportunity to enrich our support systems that extend beyond immediate networks. Sensory-friendly community spaces and local advocacy groups are great examples of ways we can enhance that accessibility. Developing a community resource map to connect individuals with local events can help ensure that support is not limited to one setting, but is interwoven into daily life. Our role is to connect individuals to community resources while advocating for more inclusive, accessible public spaces and expand opportunities for mutually beneficial engagement. We don't have to do this alone. Connecting individuals with external learning and social opportunities, such as recreational programs, educational courses, and inclusive hiring initiatives, can greatly expand their support system. These open doors to new experiences and foster great independence. One powerful way to leverage external resources is through community mentorship models, where neurodivergent individuals are paired with professionals in their field of interest. Public library makerspaces can also serve as accessible areas for personal and professional development, offering workshops in technology, art, and hands-on learning experiences tailored for diverse learners. The beauty of this approach is its inclusiveness. Like a Japanese garden, harmonizing with its surroundings, embracing borrowed scenery allows individuals to draw strengths from the world around them. By recognizing the mountains, forests, and temples in our own lives, we can integrate external resources and opportunities beyond our personal landscape. Our final stop in the garden tour is the bridge, representing connection and transition, and how it relates to building support systems. Strong connections and trust don't just happen. They're built. Bridges symbolize these relationships, providing a path to more meaningful participation. We can foster connection by creating structured networking opportunities, such as neurodiversity-based support groups, online social spaces, and peer mentoring programs. Interest-based groups, like adaptive recreation programs, art and music therapy groups, or local autism community meetups, allow individuals to form relationships in ways that align with their needs and preferences. These intentional yet flexible spaces help create a welcoming environment for authentic social relationships to happen. For some, social connection may mean professional networking or career-based communities, while for others, it might be caregiver relationships or strong bonds within greater support systems. Family members, support workers, housemates, and healthcare providers often play a key role in life satisfaction, and fostering strong bonds within these relationships is essential. Therapeutic recreation and accessible community outings can provide fulfilling ways to build relationships without traditional social expectations. Mentorship is another powerful tool, especially when individuals are paired with other autistic and neurodivergent mentors who truly understand their experiences. Whether navigating relationships, advocacy, or career paths, having a mentor who shares a similar perspective can be a game changer. Just as bridges in a garden create seamless connections, these key supports provide a solid foundation for individuals to more easily integrate into their communities. By fostering meaningful relationships through shared interests, mentorship, and organized opportunities, we create bridges where connections can grow naturally, whether in professional, personal, or community settings. Bridges also symbolize smooth transitions into life's many changes. Moving from school to work, relocating to a new home, adjusting to a new caregiver, or shifting to a different daily routine can feel like crossing a wobbly bridge. Without support, these shifts can be overwhelming, but the right guidance can help individuals cross safely. For some, transitions may involve career shifts or higher education, while for others, they may focus on building independence in daily living, adjusting to new support systems, or navigating personal milestones. Additional resources such as individual support plans, individualized plans for employment, and other related accommodations and services help ensure individuals feel prepared rather than overwhelmed by change. Every year, my parents and I meet with my brother's support team to review his individual support plan. And they help guide us in determining what goals are working for him and what goals may be an opportunity to revisit. Successful transitions require preparation and time. For example, a student moving from high school to college might begin visiting campus a year in advance, gradually increasing the familiarity with new routines, locations, and expectations. This extended preparation period, starting much earlier than might be typical, can transform what could be an overwhelming change into a series of manageable steps across the bridge. By focusing on building connections and supporting transitions, we become bridge builders. Just as elegant bridges in the Japanese garden provide a stable crossing, gradual exposure to new environments, tailored transition plans, and cultivating relationships allows individuals and allies to travel across with confidence. As we come to the end of our tour through the Japanese garden, let's reflect on the beauty and wisdom we've explored. Each element, from the resilient bamboo groves to the serene koi ponds, symbolize the diverse supports that autistic individuals need to thrive. Just as every Japanese garden is a unique blend of carefully chosen elements, each person's path is distinct and requires personalized supports. We guide and assist, helping individuals find their own balance and harmony in life. Remember, the goal is to create environments where everyone can grow and flourish, drawing strength from the resources available to them. By embracing this holistic approach, we can help cultivate vibrant, fulfilling lives for autistic individuals. Thank you for joining me on this excursion. Let's continue to nurture ourselves and in those in our care, creating spaces where we can all truly thrive.
Wow, Lindsay, thank you so much for that extraordinary opportunity to hear from you. I mean, again, to me, it's such an honor just to listen to you and hear and think about the ways that we include autistic people, but also support our own minds and bodies in so many ways. So Lindsay, that was just amazing. Thank you very, very much for that beautiful, beautiful talk. We do have a handful of questions for you, and so I hope that we'll have a chance to get to most of them. One is a fairly straightforward question. We have an audience member who asked if you could clarify what a regulation blueprint is.
Yeah, so I think what I have meant by that is when I try to, whether it's trying to build or work through my own ways of regulating or just strategies to approach different ways to you know, whether it's goals or anything like that, or whether it's trying to strategize best practices for unique approaches to education. I tend to like, I think because of the artist mind in me, I tend to visualize an initial framework.
Right.
And sometimes I interchange blueprint with framework.
Mm.
I like to kind of step back into like thinking of it more of an architectural project of you start with going back and really identifying what's going on behind the way that we're reacting to things or our behaviors, what's really going on behind it, and really truly identifying it, because we need those to help build, first figure out how, and the calculating where we're going to lay out the foundations. And so having, I think, kind of a blueprint metaphorically is
Yeah.
a way to kind of visualize how the foundations are going to be, the foundational beams are going to be put in place. I don't
Totally.
know if that really is the best way to answer, but
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's perfect. All right, got a couple more questions for you. And so I'm curious, this is a question from a physician. And, you know, obviously so many kudos to you that have been coming in through the questions and answers, just for this beautiful representation. So this individual asks, is your personal journey, and as a sibling support individual, what feedback do you have from medical providers so that we can do more to truly be I'll go with appropriate support person, or really help to um, envision what autistic people need or what we can do to be more supportive.
So do you mind going back to the beginning of the question just so I
Sure.
can get more clarification?
Of course. So I'll read the question just as it was typed. What
Okay.
a wonderful presentation. Very encouraged to visit a Japanese garden. In your personal journey and as a sibling support individual, what feedback do you have for medical providers?
Feedback. Feedback meaning what has been our experiences with medical providers.
I think so. I'm gonna, you know, I only have the question in front of me as well, so let's
That's
go with
okay.
that.
That's
Yes.
okay.
So let's
Yeah.
go
Oh,
with.
well, I think I know. I think I have an idea of what the
Sure.
question is about. So I think one of the most important things that I would say, regardless of whether someone like me would walk in or whether someone like my brother would walk in with a support person, is first of all, always presume competence. So meaning, in other words, that you want to, when you're talking with them, you want to focus, you want to talk to the person rather than always at the support person, even if that person may appear non-speaking or appear, it's just kind of more of a just decent, just humane way of conversing with people, or decent respect. My brother has trouble walking into medical clinics and buildings. And sometimes they have to do certain things like blood draws in the van of the hospital. So they try their best to accommodate where they're allowed to. But I think it's just a matter of being willing to listen to the individual's needs, try your best to really accommodate to their needs. And at the end of the day, they're a human being. They're just always trying to, talk to them, respect them as, they would be with any other patient.
Yeah, I think that's so well said and so appreciated. I hope that we're making some headway in the space around presumed competency and that human dignity and respect. But I still imagine there's a long, long way to go. So thank you for those thoughts and comments. That's really helpful. All right, so another question is about the individual is asking if you can say a little bit more about the strategy of habit stacking.
So I think this is more about habit stacking helps with memory. So I'm trying to think of an example at the top of my head. So for example, maybe after I brush my teeth, I wash my face. Let's see. After I get dressed, I eat breakfast. There are things where you write it down, but you practice those things, that list of habits, because I think over time, when you're practicing a set of rituals or certain habits, it gets to a point where it becomes like you memorize it better, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that
because of
makes sense.
associations.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. And I agree, like there are so many, I definitely have heard of habit stacking, and I think it's a little bit of akin to building that muscle memory where it's like,
Yes.
okay, this is the habit that goes with this, and this is the habit that goes with that. And then before long, it's a whole little stack of habits that, that you can use to kind of navigate your day more smoothly, as opposed to individual, disconnected habits that may be harder to remember. And so kind of stacking those, that's how I interpret it. And so I think that totally makes a ton of sense. Okay, so got a couple more questions for you. And again, just tons and tons of praise coming in for your presentation and helping so many people to see autism and autism supports in a different way. And so I just want to keep reiterating how awesome that was. Okay, so a couple of thoughts related to siblings. So this question says, do you have other content or have you considered offering resources to siblings? I would love any words of encouragement or advice for my daughter. Her twin brother is non-speaking and has profound autism.
I'm so glad you asked that question. So I do know that there's a presentation later this afternoon at the symposium that's going to feature a sibling panel featuring, I think all the panelists are siblings of individuals with higher support needs. And so what that is connected to, I believe, is through the Profound Autism Alliance. And this past year, and they just started this, I think about a year ago, but I have been joining and being a part of the organization has formed a sibling action network, which is like a support network group. We do monthly virtual meetings. I know last summer we did like a sibling hill day where some of us went over to Capitol Hill, kind of going over to some of representatives and senators to talk about reauthorizing the Autism Cares Act, which was reauthorized. But having this network of, being and connecting and getting to know siblings of individuals, who are similar to my brother has been a really enriching experience. And I know we've been working together to try and create resources for other siblings who may feel like they're in a similar situation. And so I know we've been starting to work on some resources and toolkits and early stages, but there is that, there is that sibling action network. And I think if you go to their website, you can find a page on them and you can contact them to join the group. So I would encourage that as a potential resources for connecting and networking. They are also hosting a summit next week in Boston. And I am going to actually be moderating their sibling panel there. So that's something I'm also looking forward to.
Awesome. Thanks, Lindsay. And I agree. There's so many emerging opportunities for siblings to get engaged. And I think it's a really important piece because frankly, often the siblings are some of the best advocates, best supports, best friends to those on the spectrum, and often are on the spectrum themselves as well. And so can be a beautiful bridge to, again, more inclusion, more opportunities to just support each other. So that's a fabulous resource. And again, you're right. I've been very familiar with the Sibling Action Network as part of the Profound Autism Alliance. So great thoughts there. So that is the end of our time together with Lindsay. And Lindsay, again, thank you so much. What an amazing and inspiring approach to thinking about that, how we can really support all of ourselves in living those best lives and in a support community that we can thrive in. So beautifully done. Thank you, Lindsay.